Hello everybody and good morning. Yes, it is Sunday and I am heading home. Just leaving Nashville now, starting at 93%. Let's hit the road. I am stopping to get a Scottish breakfast this morning, as usual. Here's our route today. We're leaving Nashville along Interstate 40. We're going to stop in Knoxville for a charge at the new version 3 in Brooksville and then head home. Should be a one-stop trip today. Yes, it's day 10 and this is our stats. 3,079, 899 kilowatt hours used and an average of 292. We've got 330 miles to go today, so it should be an interesting day. It's Sunday, it's light traffic. So let's move on down the road here. Let's do an energy check as we leave Nashville. 88 in the battery, arrival of 17%, and we know that that'll probably increase. We go to miles, it's 286 miles, and I've got 166 to go. I think we're good to go. Yes, this is an Egg McMuffin and a cup of coffee, just like usual. Let's do a quick energy check. 127 miles. I've got 62 miles, 39% in the battery, and 16 on arrival. We're good. Looks like the rain is upon us here. Still running autopilot. We are getting close now. Got 9 minutes, 10 miles. This is the Brookview supercharger exit.
Now take exit 383 on the right.
And we get off here and it's just here behind the buildings here.
In 500 feet, keep right at the fork.
I'm here at the Knoxville Brookview supercharger. This is a version 3. Some things came up earlier about the numbering of the charge stands. Let's have a look here. If you look over here on the left side, we have 1A, and then 1B, and then 1C, and 1D, and then it repeats. 2A, 2B, 2C, 2D. Now, the old version 2 had an issue where if you were charging on a stand with the same number and a different letter, you would share half the power. Well, that's not the case with the version 3. Let's go have a look at the equipment. This is the charging equipment. You notice there's 2 cabinets, therefore a number 1 and a number 2 on the charge stands. Each cabinet supplies 4 charging cabinets. And that's how the power is distributed. It's a megawatt per cabinet, which is kind of cool. 250,000 per charge stand. And then over here to the right is what's called switchgear. The 480 volt 3-phase AC coming from this big transformer goes into this, essentially a distribution switch that splits the power between each one of the charging stands. That's as simple as it is. Yeah, it's complex inside, certainly, but that's how it works. So now you know how a version 3 supercharger is connected. And the bottom line is, park in any slot, you'll get 250,000 watts. Each charging stand is equipped with a cable cooler. Let's listen to that. As you can tell, if you notice on the version 2, the diameter of the cable is much larger, and that's because the size of the wire is much larger. With this small wire, you can actually distribute the same amount of power because of the resistive losses in the cable warms up. By cooling the cable, You can use a little bit smaller wire, make it easier to handle, and it works really well. One of the things Tesla has that the CCS people do not, their cable's probably half again as large, and it's got this big monstrous connector which you got to muscle in to plug into the car. Tesla's developed their own charge handle, easy to use. Even a child could actually use it. We're just about charged here in Knoxville. We're at the Brookview version 3 supercharger. It's showing that we've got 1 minute left, and that'll get us down the road. It charged pretty fast here. I think we arrived with something like 30-some%. I'll have to look at the video, but the version 3 is pretty darn fast. And just like that, we're
now
ready to go.
Onto Brookview Center Way.
Let's check our arrival percentage. It says we arrive with 16%, and as we know, it'll increase. So let's hit the road. I'm on Interstate 40 now and headed to the east. It says 151 miles to the house. I'm on Interstate 26. Looks like my arrival will be about 12:50 at home. Can't wait. It's been a long trip. Yep, 3,407 miles worth of bugs. I made it home. I got here with 16%. I arrived just this side of 1 p.m. in the afternoon on Sunday. Let's have a look at some of the trip data. Trip data is entire trip here for day 10. I drove 3,407 miles, 995 kilowatt hours. That's almost a megawatt hours of energy to drive 3,407 miles, plus the energy used for cabin overheat protection. My average driving energy usage was 292 watt hours per mile, which is pretty good. Overall, it was a pretty awesome trip. I visited with my buddy Lee in Kansas City area, Peculiar to be exact. We took this car all the way to northern Minnesota. We fished for 3 days. We drove back. I drove and visited my daughter in Nashville for a couple days, and here I am back in North Carolina. Let me say, I certainly appreciate you guys following the trip. I try to bring you things that you would normally not see. The takeaway here is that you can take an EV and drive it anywhere you want. I'm driving a Tesla, of course. The charging infrastructure is very well taken care of. There's superchargers everywhere. I'm able to get a charge and move on down the road quickly. With other EVs, you may have some challenges until the charging network gets built out. Right now, the biggest network is Electrify America. They're located predominantly at Walmarts. There's usually 4 to 6 and some places more. As they improve reliability and availability, I think road tripping in a CCS-equipped DC fast charging car will be pretty easy. They've got to get to it, though. Thank you for watching. I really appreciate you following this series. I'll be home for a while. I've got some other Tesla things coming down the line, so be sure to stay tuned. If you liked today's video, go ahead and click the like, and if you would, please subscribe. I would certainly appreciate it. Thanks for watching. I'll look for you in the next videos, and take care.